All right, good morning. We are continuing our study of converting measurement in length. So what you see here on the screen is just a little piece of your math reference chart. It only has the length on it, and we have the customary on the left, which is what we use in the United States. And we have the metric on the left, okay? So when you are converting, if you're talking about feet and inches and yards, you're going to be talking about the customary. If you are talking about metric, where you're talking about meters and centimeters and millimeters, you're going to be talking about the metrics, and make sure that you're using the right conversions for it. You can always come back to this. Hopefully you were able to print it yesterday after I posted it after our Zoom meeting. So, Mookie the lion ran 48 inches trying to catch a squirrel. How many feet did Mookie run? Now, if you remember, I told you that the input-output table is going to be our best friend for conversions. So, Mookie ran 48 inches. How many feet did he run? So, we know the answer in inches, but we want to find out in feet, okay? Now, if you remember back to our note taker yesterday, we said that when you're going from small to big, you're going to divide. So inches are smaller than feet, so we would want to divide. However, if we're going from big to small, we want to multiply. So if we can switch things around, and make it from a small to a big, big to small, it makes it a lot easier. So in this chart, they put the feet on the left because feet are larger than inches, and that way we can multiply them. Okay, so what do we know about feet and inches? So I'm going to pull a little Mookie over here. And 1 foot equals 12 inches. So let's see what we did here. So we did 1 foot. So we know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. That's the easiest one, okay? You start with 1 and you have your equivalency, just whatever it says on the chart, all right? And then we can go on to 2. So if 1 foot is 12 inches, what's 2 feet going to be? Well, I know I multiplied because I'm going from big to small. So I multiplied the feet. My numerical expression is going to be feet times 12. Okay, and that will give me the inches. So in this case, I have 2 feet times 12 inches, and that equals to 24. So 2 feet are 24 inches. Oops. And then let's go 3 feet. So 3 feet, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm multiplying the feet times 12, which is the amount of inches in a foot. And I get 3 times 12 is 36. All right, so now I get to my 4 feet, and 4 feet times 12 inches is equal to 48 inches. Okay, well, what was I looking for? I was looking for 48 inches, right? So here's my 48 inches. And I look over here to what it equals, and 48 inches is equal to 4 feet. So how many feet did Mookie run? He ran 4 feet to catch the squirrel. Okay, so let's look at another one. All right, Molly the elephant is 7 feet tall. How tall is Molly in inches? So this time we're going to create our own input-output table for this. So Molly is 7 feet tall, 7 feet. How tall is she in inches? So we want to go from feet to inches. So they've already given it to us where we want to go from big to small, right? So that's really easy. 1 foot equals 12 inches. I checked my chart here. And I'm going to make my input-output table by simply drawing a rectangle, dividing it into 3 columns. So I have my input, my numerical expression, and my output. Okay, so this is going to be feet, and this will be inches. So if I have 1 foot, and I'm multiplying because I'm going from big to small, 1 times 12 is equal to 12 inches. So let's see what 2 feet would be. That looks like a 4 there. 2 feet times 12 inches is 24 inches. Okay, I can just keep going till I get to 7, or I can go ahead and say, you know what? I know what the conversion rate is. I know that I'm multiplying the feet times 12 to get my answer. So I can go ahead and say 7 feet, and just skip a few of these. 7 times 12 is equal to, I forgot what it was, 7 times 12 is equal to 84 inches. So Molly, the elephant, is 84 inches tall. Okay? All right, let's see what's next. All right, so we have Jeff the newborn giraffe, and he's 6 feet tall. How many yards tall is Jeff? Okay, so we have 6 feet tall, and how many yards? So we're going from small to big, which we should divide, but remember I told you if you can put it the opposite way, where you have the bigger one on the left, it makes it easy. So let me show you, let me show you how to do that. All right, so I'm gonna make my table, make my 3 columns. Okay, so in order to multiply it, I want my big unit to be on the left. So this is gonna be yards, and I'm gonna do YD for yards. And then we want the feet over here. And what do we know about feet and yards? Well, we know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. So 1 yard equals 3 feet. So that means if I start my table here, I have 1 yard, and I'm going to multiply that 1 yard times the 3 feet, and I get how many feet? That's right, 3 feet. Okay, let's do it again. 2 yards. I'm going to take my 2 yards and multiply it by, there are 3 feet in a yard, so multiply by 3. 2 times 3 is 6 feet. Okay, so this was a pretty quick one because Jeff the newborn giraffe is 6 feet. Did I find my 6 feet already? Yes, I did. So how many yards tall is Jeff? The answer is Jeff is 2 yards tall. Okay, so that's how you can flip-flop it so that you're going from, so that you're able to multiply it each time. It's easier if you get the bigger unit on the left and the smaller unit on the right, and then you can match up what you're looking for. All right. Let's see. All right, oops, okay, whoops, there we go. All right, so we have a bunch of these here. We've got, it's all, how many feet equals inches. So all of these little fish here are holding a, they're holding a sign, and we want them to, here's the inches over here. So we're just gonna match the inches that would go here, all right? Well, let me show you a really easy way to do it. You can make your input-output table for sure. Make your input-output table starting with 1 foot equals 12 inches, okay? But let's look at this next slide, and there is our trusty old multiplication chart. It's not letting, okay, there it goes. Oops. I want to make sure, okay, now I usually tell y'all you don't need to go past 9 in your multiplication chart, but if you want to use it for the conversions, you are going to have to go, you will have to go, I would go to 12, okay? It'll make it easier when you're doing inches to feet and most everything else. So if I know that 1 foot is 12 inches, I know that 2 feet are 24 inches, 3 feet are 36 inches. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking here at my 1 or at my numbers as I go across. Sorry, let me do this one instead. I've got my 1 here. Okay, and 1 times 12 is 12. So I'm going to go over here to my 12s, okay? So my 1 times 12 is right there. 2 inches would be from my 2 times the 12 inches, and that would give me 24 inches. 3 feet, or sorry, 3 inches would give me, no, 3 feet would give me 36 inches, sorry. 4 feet, 48 inches, 5 feet, 60 inches. So this is another way that we can use our multiplication chart to help us out, okay? So going back to the previous page, let's see. So we can, if we were looking at our multiplication chart, we would look and see, and what I did was I did make an input-output table with 1 foot all the way through 12 feet. So basically what I did was I wrote my facts for 12s, okay, all the way through 12. So let's see, we have 2 feet here, and 2 feet times 12 inches would be, 2 times 12 is, that's right, 24. So that goes there. We have, let's see, 12 feet. What do we know about 12 feet? 12 feet times how many inches in a foot? 12 inches in a foot would be 12 times 12 is 144 inches. See how that multiplication chart is going to help you. We have 10 feet. So 10 times 12 is going to be 120. 2, let's see where we got that one. 5 times 12 is 60. And if I'm looking at my multiplication chart, I'm getting that real easy. 8 feet times 12 is 96 inches. And finally, 7 feet is equal to 84 inches, okay? So using that, I can go all the way down in my